Hello everyone, Silvia here, your inclusive leadership mentor. For this week, I want us to talk about a pattern. And this is a pattern that I have seen in almost every team that I have been or that I have worked with. Honestly, I even had to unlearn myself. What I'm talking about is the pattern of who gets the glamour work and who doesn't. Earlier in my career, when I was part of a leadership team, I started noticing something a little bit subtle, but very telling. And it was when it came to who was the person getting the big projects, the opportunities to pitch to our executive team, and I'm talking about the type of projects that get you visibility, that give you recognition, and that put a star on your name. It was almost always the same few people. Meanwhile, others, often part of an underrepresented group, they were the ones staying behind, let's say, to take notes, to do the organizational part, to be the ones organizing the team debrief, and doing, let's say, the back-end work for somebody else to put together the deck and go present to the executive team. And one day I realized that I was actually becoming the leader who was unintentionally reinforcing the same type of imbalance. I didn't know it, but I was getting to be aware about it. And here is the thing. When it comes to the type of work in any team, there's often two big type of works, right? Number one, there's the high profile work that often accelerates career, that helps to put a star next to your name. And then there's the work behind the scenes that keeps the engine running, that makes sure that everything gets done. And a lot of times, even though both are essential, a lot of times, without intention, we often delegate them inequitably, meaning that we often give the first type of work, the high profile work, to the same type of people. And I'm not talking about only my experience and about my learning. There's actually a study by Harvard Business Review where they actually found that when it came to this type of invisible work, women were 48% more likely to either volunteer or get asked to do this type of work, the work behind the scenes. What happens is that even though this can be very rewarding work, over time, this creates a little bit of an invisible ceiling because this is the type of work that often does not get recognized. Keeping the lights on is not necessarily what accelerates career. So what can we do as leaders to make a shift? For this week, I would actually challenge you to do a bit of an opportunity audit and ask yourself, from my team, who is consistently getting high visibility, career advancing assignments? Who is consistently being asked to do the admin, the support work, putting together the deck? Are there any patterns? Can be either related to gender, to race, even to personality. Because I, as a leader, might want to give the high visibility work to somebody who acts and whose personality might be similar to mine. Are there any patterns on how I delegate this type of work? If after this analysis you start noticing some imbalance, it's time to disrupt it. And it doesn't mean overhauling the entire system and just putting a blank state with everything. You can just start with the next project. Who can benefit from the visibility that is not usually top of mind, or somebody who's not usually in the spotlight? And next time that somebody gets to start taking the notes or doing the back-end work, maybe it's your turn to be the one who's taking the notes. With that, remember to lead as you are with courage, inclusion, and heart.